At first, Tafadzwa couldn't believe the changes she saw in the mirror. Her reflection showed a girl with flawless skin, sparkling eyes, and hair that looked like it had been kissed by the sun. When she returned to the market, heads turned and whispers followed her. Every man in the village was attracted to her, and every woman wanted to her friend. But how did it get to this point, you may ask? Well, once upon a time in the lively village of Tukuza, there was a girl named Tafadzwa. She was an ordinary girl with an extraordinary zest for life. She had big dreams, an infectious laugh, and a knack for getting into trouble. One day, while helping her mother sell vegetables at the market, Tafadzwa stumbled upon a mysterious old woman. This old woman had a peculiar sparkle in her eyes and a grin that hinted at secrets. Her booth was filled with trinkets and baubles that looked like they had magical stories to tell. Tafadzwa's curiosity got the better of her, and she wandered over. "Hello, dearie," the old woman said in a voice that was somehow both kind and mischievous. "I see you have a keen eye for the unusual. Would you like to see something truly special?" Tafadzwa, always up for an adventure, nodded eagerly. The old woman pulled out a small, intricately carved wooden box. Inside was a necklace that shimmered with an enchanting light. It was made of delicate silver, with a pendant that looked like it held a tiny galaxy within.
"This," the woman said, "is no ordinary necklace. It's enchanted. When you wear it, you'll become the most beautiful girl in the village. But remember, beauty is a double-edged sword. It can attract as much envy and greed as it does admiration." Tafadzwa's eyes widened. The thought of becoming the most beautiful girl in the village was tempting. Without thinking too much about it, she accepted the necklace. The old woman placed it around Tafadzwa's neck, and immediately she felt a warm glow spread through her. "Use it wisely, child," the old woman warned before vanishing into the crowd. At first, Tafadzwa couldn't believe the changes she saw in the mirror. Her reflection showed a girl with flawless skin, sparkling eyes, and hair that looked like it had been kissed by the sun. When she returned to the market, heads turned, and whispers followed her. Every man in the village was attracted to her, and every woman wanted to her friend.
Her best friend Farisai was the first to notice. "Tafadzwa, you look amazing. What happened?"
Tafadzwa beamed and explained the encounter with the mysterious old woman. Farisai, always the sensible one, frowned a little. "Be careful, Tafadzwa. Magic can be tricky. Remember what she said about envy and greed." But Tafadzwa was too excited to worry. As days went by, she reveled in her newfound beauty. People treated her differently. Shopkeepers gave her extra candies. Strangers smiled at her, and she even caught the eye of Tendai, the village heartthrob. She had always had a crush on Tendai, and finally, he noticed her. Everything was going perfectly for her, and life was easy and beautiful. However, as the old woman had warned, her beauty also attracted envy and greed. Tafadzwa's former friends started to treat her coldly, whispering behind her back. One day, while she was walking through the market, a group of girls cornered her. "You think you're so special now, don't you?" sneered Chippo, the leader of the group. "Well, we're going to find out just how special you are." Before Tafadzwa could react, Chippo yanked the necklace from her neck. Instantly, the glow faded, and Tafadzwa's appearance returned to normal. The girls gasped, realizing that the necklace was the source of her beauty. "What is this thing?" Chippo asked, examining the pendant. Tafadzwa, feeling a mixture of relief and panic, tried to grab it back. "Give it back, Chippo, it's mine!" But Chippo just laughed. "I think I'll keep it, thanks." From that day on, Tafadzwa noticed how people treated her differently. Without the necklace, she was back to being the ordinary girl she had always been. Tendai no longer gave her a second glance, and the shopkeepers stopped giving her extra candies. Her old friends were still distant, and Chippo flaunted the necklace and her new beauty around the village. It was her turn to be beautiful and have all the attention. Tafadzwa was sad and no one wanted to be with her anymore. She was back to being ordinary and had lost the glow of the necklace. Farisai, her best friend, remained by her side though. Tafadzwa, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. You've seen how people can change over something as superficial as looks. It's what's inside those counts. Tafadzwa nodded, feeling a pang of regret. She missed the admiration, but she missed her true self even more. One day, while walking through the forest, she encountered the mysterious old woman again. "You've learned a valuable lesson, haven't you, dearie?" the woman said, her eyes twinkling. Tafadzwa nodded. "Yes, I've learned that true beauty comes from within. It's about kindness and how you treat others." The old woman smiled and handed her another small box. "You've earned this. Open it when you feel ready." Tafadzwa took the box and thanked the woman. When she got home, she opened it to find a simple bracelet with a heart-shaped charm. There was no magical glow, but it filled her with warmth nonetheless. From that day on, Tafadzwa wore the bracelet as a reminder of what she had learned. She focused on being kind and helping others. Gradually, people began to notice the change in her. They appreciated her for her inner beauty, her generosity, and her infectious laugh. Farisai, ever the wise friend, smiled as she watched Tafadzwa thrive. See, true beauty really does come from within.
Meanwhile, Chipo, who had grown increasingly vain and mean, found that her outer beauty didn't bring her the happiness she thought it would. She became isolated as people grew tired of her arrogance and nastiness. Her true colors were revealed by the necklace, and eventually everyone had enough of her. One day, Chipo approached Tafadzwa looking miserable. "I thought this necklace would make me happy, but it's only made things worse." Tafadzwa, remembering her own experience, smiled kindly. "It's never too late to change, Chipo. True happiness comes from how you treat others. If you want, we can start fresh."
Chipo, surprised by Tafadzwa's kindness, nodded. She took off the necklace and handed it back. "I think I'm done with this."
Tafadzwa accepted it and placed it back in the box. The two girls began to rebuild their friendship, and Chipo slowly learned the value of kindness and inner beauty. As for Tafadzwa, she continued to shine, not because of any magic necklace, but because of the warmth and kindness she radiated. And she never forgot the lesson that true beauty is more than skin deep. And so, in the vibrant village of Tukuza, Tafadzwa became a beacon of inner beauty, teaching everyone around her that what's inside is what truly counts. And that, my dear friends, is the real magic. Until next time, spread the love and remember to subscribe to my channel for more folk tales with Wasu.